Wave. Welcome to Share Your Revolution podcast. I'm Light, and today we're shedding light on the paradox of tolerance. Let's get busy. The paradox of tolerance is that most people want to have a tolerant society where everyone is tolerant of each other, live and let live, live and be free, all that good stuff. But intolerance rears its ugly head. What do? Well, here's the thing. Intolerance, when tolerated, will eventually lead to an intolerant society because the intolerant people will take over the tolerant people who just want to live and let live. But this is why when we have an administration like the current one, we have to be able to stand up, be able to protest, be able to fight for our rights, because when people like ICE come into random homes, random neighborhoods, and they snatch people off the street without any ID, without any warrant, search people's cars, search people's homes, there is no more freedom. There is no more freedom of speech. There is no more tolerance because the intolerant have taken over the tolerant. The intolerance is here, and it's time that we tell the intolerance that we are going to be intolerant of their intolerance, because that is the only way to have a tolerant state. Because when you see the hate, when you see people hating on another person, you need to step up. When you see a bully picking on people who are marginalized, people who are smaller than them, that type of bully needs to be stopped. And that is what the intolerance of intolerance is. Even though I do not approve of violence, if I see someone being bullied, if I see someone being punched on the ground, I'm going to step in and I'm going to rip that person off. And that person decides to try to punch me, I'm going to punch that person back. That's a fact. And this is why our society is in the current position that it's in right now, is because everyone has been thinking that if we just sit back and just let people do their jobs, that everyone's just going to do the right thing, and eventually that their morals are going to come to the foreground and their ethics are going to come to the foreground. But guess what? If we, the citizens, do not hold their feet to the fire, there are no morals, there are no ethics, because we, the people, outweigh them by hundreds of millions. Literally, there's 350 million people in this country, and I bet you more than 300 million of them are suffering right now, are not the rich upper class. So, with all of us together, we can hold their feet to the fire, but we have to actually do our job. We have to actually speak up. We have to actually get together. We actually have to share our revolution. We have to tell people, we have to show people, we have to continue on TikTok, on Instagram, on Facebook, on all that stuff. We have to make sure that everyone is listening, everyone is attuned, everyone has their fingers on the pulse, because what happened was people of my generation, people older than me, decide to take their fingers off the pulse. And if you think that someone just knows what tolerance is and it's just common sense, think about what really common sense is. It's not even that common anymore, is it? But think to yourself, what is the difference between allowing someone to make a mistake and being tolerant of their mistakes? And what line do you draw to say that you're intolerant of mistakes? Is it one mistake, two mistakes, three mistakes, four? Who knows? That is up to you. That is why it is morally relative. Morally relative. And there's some things that are just that. So when it comes to tolerance, yes, there is free speech. There are things that we would like freedom of. We would love everyone to live and let live. But when certain things come up, when certain ideologies come up, when certain red flags start to show, like has time and time again with this administration, well, then we have to stand up. We have to share our revolution. We have to say to each other, hey, as a people, do we really approve of this? What is our moral ethic code? What do we truly believe as a people? And if they are not representing what we truly believe as a people, then we have to stand up. We need to march. We need to protest. We need to boycott. We need to do everything we can for them to listen, because guess what? When you hit their pockets, that's when they listen. It's not going to be a speech like this, most likely. It's not going to be me. It's going to be someone out there. It's going to be a bunch of us together who share something, who stand behind something. That will make them move. That will change them. That is what's going to do it when their pockets get hit. Why do you think we have 20 different bottles of water, 20 different companies who sell water? Water should be free, but guess what? They can make money off it. They bought it also that they can make soda, and they can make juices, and they can make other things. They took everything from us and then sold it back to us. And we've been taking it like it's okay, because we just thought, you know what, we got to push through, but you know what, we've pushed through enough. We've suffered enough. Minimum wage is $7.25. When is that intolerant? Who can live off $7.25? Well, we're not even talking about sub-minimum wage, which is $2.13. Are you crazy? And you're expecting someone just to live off tips? What happens if they don't have a good day with tips? Then what do? You tell me that. And that's really the thing here, is that we all just have to come together. It's piece by piece. It's day by day. It's not going to happen today. It's not going to happen tomorrow, but it will happen one day if we continually push and push and push and push and push. And we like and we share and we comment and we repost everything we see, everything that we like, everything that is true to what we believe as a society, because that is what we've been doing anyway. Whether you like it or not, whether you know it or not, every time you've tuned into a TV show, every time you've tuned into a movie, every time you bought a ticket for something, you said, I approve of this message. Whether you left that stage, whether you left that studio, whether you left that theater saying, I did not like that message, your money spoke for you. It said, well, you bought a ticket, and they're going to look at box office numbers, and that's what they're going to create. You want more independent films? You want smarter films? You want less franchises? You got to support that. Go support independent film. Go support the movie theater and go to your local movie theater, your local AMC, and say, hey, I want to see this independent movie in here. How can we make that happen? Let me talk to a manager. We have to be more involved in stuff like that if we want to see stuff like that. You want to see better art? Go to your radio station. Call up your radio station. X for more Jadakiss. Ask for more Royce the 5'9". Ask for more Eminem. Ask for more stuff like that. And you'll see more stuff like that. But no one wants to do the work to do that. They just want to go with the status quo and hope that someone up above with the power is going to change things for us when they've never done that before, and they never will until we hold their feet to the fire, until we get involved and show that we are a force. That we together will show them what tolerance is and what intolerance is, and that they don't get to decide for us, that we get to decide, and they get to represent how we decide for us. There's a great quote from Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. that says, if you can't run, walk. If you can't walk, crawl. No matter what you got to do, you have to get it done. So us together, each one of us just crawls a little bit together. Every single day we get one more person, one more person, one more person. You can see the tides are already turning. You can see it's already starting to turn in our favor, but we need momentum. We need motivation. We need to keep on going and keep on pushing the narrative that it is our country. It is our country, the people's, the 99%. But we have to actually stand up together and stop any of this infighting with each other just for now, just for a little bit, on any issue that is not as important as the ones that are at hand. What are the issues at hand? We're talking about human rights. We're talking about people not being able to get snatched off the streets, and that has nothing to do with just ICE, although that is a big part of it. We're also talking about the police brutality that Colin Kaepernick kneeled for, the police brutality that Black and brown and marginalized and minorities have been talking about. And this brings me back to my original points about why you gotta punch Nazis in the face. These type of intolerant people don't speak any other language but intolerance. It is kind of like that Mark Twain quote where he says, never argue with a stupid person because they'll just bring you down to their level and beat you with experience. Additionally, when we are actually tolerant of people, when we actually have a tolerant society, our economy gets better. We are actually going to get more money. Our GDP is going to go up. People are going to get raises. But it is not until we are intolerant of this intolerance that that is going to happen. So please stand with me. Like, comment, share your revolution. Go down below. Tell me what you're doing. Tell me what we can do, because I can tell you what I'm doing right now. I am boycotting Target. I am boycotting Walmart. I am boycotting all of these major corporations, and I have for a very long time, to be quite honest with you. It is only when it is necessary that I've been shopping at these places, but now it's not even then. Ever since we started that boycott a couple months ago, I'm completely on it, because you know what? I am tired of it. I'm telling you, these people, these lobbyists, these people like fast food restaurants, they've been keeping the minimum wage at $7.25 because they keep lobbying for something like that, so they make crappy food because no one's going to care for $7.25. But I guarantee you make minimum wage $40 an hour and everyone's going to care about their job. And if you tell me that we can't do that, then you don't know how much our GDP is. You don't know how much a trillion truly is. For someone to make $40 an hour, you wouldn't know how much they would put back into the economy, because I guarantee you, if you gave every single person in America right now $1 million, they'd be broke by the end of the year. They'd spend it all. You'd have to wait till year 2 or 3 for them to get $1 million every single year, for them to actually calm down and say, hey, maybe I don't need 4 Rolls Royces. Because in America, we are so poor, we are so struggling, we are so behind that everyone thinks that wealth is going to come when they have $1 million liquid. When that's not what really wealth is. Wealth is an inside thing, and wealth is something we have as a society together. Because if you're driving a Rolls Royce down the street where everyone is struggling, everyone is homeless, guess what? You're not doing too well. And I say you're not doing too well because you're only doing as well as your neighbors. And if your neighbors are suffering, then guess what? You're suffering too. Your neighborhood's suffering too. And I know a lot of people go back and they do a lot of good things in the neighborhood. And that's why when they go there with their Rolls Royce, it doesn't get scratched up. It doesn't get stolen, and nothing happens to him and nothing happens to his car, because they know that he is serving the public. He is serving the hood. He is serving the people that he came from. And if our politicians did the same thing, woo, guess how good we would be. So don't tell me they can't give us $40 an hour minimum. I know that they can. They just don't want to. They would rather give our jobs to someone in another country that we'll never go to for $2 an hour, who will do all the work they can just to get out of their poverty-stricken country that we probably ruined with a coup many decades ago. But in this world of social media, sometimes the best thing you can do is just educate yourself, just get some more knowledge about the situation. And how can you do that? You can follow people who have really, really good information, like Mr. Consciously, like J. William J., like Thor and Bradley, like Jolly Good Ginger. There are so many good creators out there who are on social media constantly giving you good tools, giving you good gems, giving you good ways to fight this system of intolerance. Because I got to tell you what, when we come together, when the 99% come together, we always change stuff. There have been many, 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 many revolutions before, and there'll be many revolutions to come. As long as they don't serve the people, as long as they don't make it about us and include them in us, then we will always have to have revolutions, because they will always take more than what's due to them and leave us the crumbs. And it is no longer going to fly. We are in 2025. It is the 21st century, and we are no longer going to be tolerant of this intolerance. But you know what? Don't just believe me. Go do your homework. Go to ChatGPT. Go to Google. Go to whatever you do to find your information, and go in and check me. Please like, comment, share below what you think that I'm wrong about, what you think I'm right about, because quite frankly, I know I got facts behind me, and I'm ready to defend every single position I've taken. Light out.